channel grow. They took the place of the Houston Astros. The Knights are 62-32, 30 on the road. So one last 3-game set against the Tampa Bay to broadcast gameplay. Ooh, that's not good. Play organizations games. Patrick Joseph play game. Patrick Joseph is the starting pitcher. And some people are going to take some days off, so I'm mix and match with the lineup if you can't see that. Actually. Let's get another one in. Let's go Termini for Lindor. I like that. Let's do this lineup. So, yeah, that looks about right. Feels good. Feels good to me. So first game of a 3-game set at Tampa. Hopefully you can see this. Except my internet connection was a little poor, so fingers crossed. Welcome to another broadcast of Major League Baseball as we visit Tropicana Field to watch the Bronx Knights play against the Tampa Bay Rays. 2 first-place ball clubs in a possible future playoff matchup. On the mound for the Rays is Luke Weaver, making his 18th start. He's 3-3 with a 4.96 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is the center fielder Max Luklich, hitting .329, 4 homers, 28 ribbies, and 28 stolen bases. At the moment, he happens to be in first place in the American League in the voting for center fielders. But it's going back and forth. So here comes the first pitch of the game from Weaver. Out in front of the cut fastball, strike 1. As you can see, the Tampa Bay Rays are 64-28, which is good for the first place in the American League.
First pitch.
So first count is 0-1 on Luklich.
Nope, that's down.
Breaking ball is low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss at the outside fastball. Count is 1-2. Just gets a piece of the breaking ball to stay alive. And we'll do it again.
Nope, that's the ball.
Just missed outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Luklich. And he flares it out into short right field, but right there is the outfielder to make the catch for the first out of the ball game. So the starting lineup for the Bronx Knights: Max Luklich just flied out. Francisco Lindor is playing third today. Don Mattingly at first, Michael O'Rourke in left. Jacob Salazar's at short, Matt Saps is at second. Benny Locicero's in right, Hunter Renfroe is the DH, and batting ninth is Anthony Millo playing catcher. Francisco Lindor, part-time player, hitting .313 on the season. He's playing in place of the starter. Takes low ball 1. The starter, Matt Termini, over there at third base, takes the first pitch low. And it's ground ball up the middle, but the shift was on. Second baseman throws, actually the shortstop on the second base side, throws across for out number 2. Xander Bogaerts. Next up is Don Mattingly, the first baseman. He's hitting .308, 18 homers, 72 runs batted in here in this week before the All-Star break. Just gets a piece of the breaking ball. Count is 0-1. His career average in this fictional universe is .306 after 18 seasons. Swing and a miss at the fastball, clocked at 96 on the radar gun. 0-2 is the count. Pitches outside, 1-2. Ed Drummond is the home plate umpire, calling balls and strikes. And he flares it down the left field line, out of play. Count remains 1-2 on Donnie Baseball. And this time he pulls it hard down the right field line. Foul. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the first here in Tropicana. And it's a hard line drive, but right there is the right fielder. He barely has to move. He makes the catch to retire the side. So after half an inning of baseball here in Tropicana, it's the Bronx Knights 0, the Tampa Bay Rays coming to bat. On the mound for the Knights is Patrick Joseph, making his 17th start of the season. His record is 9-3 with a 5.34 earned run average. And leading off for the Rays, Brian Roberts hitting .256, 10 homers, 40 runs batted in. First pitch from Joseph. Ground ball through the right side. It is a base hit to lead off the game, and Roberts is on. Watch the replay. Saps tried, but couldn't quite get a glove on it. So next up is Oscar Mercado, .246, 10 homers, 42 runs batted in. Outside corner, and throw is late, and he steals second. So just like that, Brian Roberts is in scoring position, his 8th steal of the season, with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Ground ball, dodges for it, blocks it down, keeps it in front of him. At the very least, he prevented Roberts from scoring, but it's going to be called an infield hit. And there are runners at first and third with nobody out here. Xander Bogaerts steps up, .292, 27 homers, 67 runs batted in. He has runners at first and third and nobody out. Deep drive, playable, but that will get in the run. At the warning track, he makes the catch, and that will be a sacrifice fly and a run batted in by Xander Bogaerts, and the score is now Tampa Bay 1-0. Next up, J.D. Martinez, batting cleanup, hitting .347, 35 homers and 85 runs batted in. Steps in with a runner at first and 1 down. Outside corner with the fastball, strike 1. Bronx Knights 30 games over 500, first place in the AL West. That's Matthew Saps at second base and Benny Lo Cicero in right field. At the knees, strike 2, count as quickly. No balls and 2 strikes on Martinez. Grounds it past the first baseman and into right field, check that. And there are runners at first and second with 1 down. And the threat continues.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, John.
Mattingly can't come up with it. So, we're going to have a little mound visit just to talk things over, calm him down. Talk about John O-Rourke, who's hitting .317. Runners at first and second and 1 down. Fouls it off, strike 195 on the radar gun. John O-Rourke is at 398 career home runs, knocking on the door to 400. Down and in, ball 1, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on O-Rourke. Real life, O-Rourke played for the Toronto Blue Jays in the 1990s. Misses outside, 2-1. Deep fly ball in the gap, right center field, but Lukulich is there. He makes the catch, and there are 2 away. No advance on the base paths. Starting lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. Brian Roberts led off. Oscar Mercado is in center. Xander Bogaerts is shortstop. JD Martinez is in left. John Olerud is first. Aaron Judge is in right. Jose Ramirez is DH. Matt Chapman is at third. And Wilson Ramos batting ninth and playing catcher. Aaron Judge, 274, 15 homers, 40 RBIs. There's 2 down here in the first. At the knees, outside corner, strike 1. Way out in front of the changeup. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Judge. It's a 1-0 lead here for Tampa Bay, but they are threatening. Fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. And he hits it high and deep, but it curves into the seats. A foul ball. Grounds it weakly down the third base line, but it is foul. Count remains 0-2. 2 outs, runner leads off first and second here in the bottom of the first. We already have 1 run lead. And he lines it to the first baseman, Mattingly, who takes it himself to retire the side. But again, not before they get a run. And at the end of 1 inning of baseball, it's the Tampa Bay Rays 1, the Bronx Knights nothing. Top of the second, leading off for the Knights is check that, Michael O'Rourke hitting .338, 20 homers, 65 runs batted in. He is in the running for the top vote getters for all left fielders in the American League. He's in second place. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, strike 1. Fouls off the fastball, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. Checks the swing, pitches outside 1-2. Luke Weaver sets and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the top of the second. That's Luke Weaver's first strikeout of the game. Chase the high pitch. Next up is the shortstop, Jacob Salazar. Steps in. 339 average, 12 homers, 60 RBIs. Outside corner, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. One hopper to the shortstop, fires, got him, 2 away.
The second baseman.
Matthew Saps steps up, playing second base today, 267, 14 homers, 51 runs batted in. Bounces around the infield, also plays a lot of designated hitter. Out in front of the change of speed, strike 1. Slow roller up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Xander Bogaerts. He fires, got him. Nice play, and the side is retired. After an inning and a half of baseball, Tampa Bay Rays lead 1-0. Bottom of the second, Jose Ramirez hitting .287, steps in for the Rays. And he fouls it down the line, third base line, into the seats. Strike number 1. He waits on the changeup, but still fouls it back, and the count is 0-2 on Ramirez. In there, strike 3 called. Caught him looking, and there's 1 away. Nasty pitch. So, Rex Chapman, no, check that, Matt Chapman, sorry. Very cold in his last 10 games. He's 3 for his last 31. Overall hitting 258, 16 homers, 43 runs batted in. There's one out here in the bottom of the second. Outside corner at the knees, strike one. Line drive to right. Lo Cicero makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Wilson Ramos, the number 9 hitter, playing catchers, hitting 296, 13 homers, 42 runs batted in. Steps in against Patrick Joseph, and he deals. Pitch is low, ball 1. Swing and a miss at the slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. No relation to Chris Ramos, the second baseman on the Knights. Hard line drive, base hit to center. And with 2 outs, they have a base runner here in the second. Here's the replay.
Second baseman.
Flat slider. So the leadoff man steps up for the Tampa Bay Rays, Brian Roberts. He singled, he scored a run in the first. This is his second plate appearance. He also stole a base. Inside corner, strike 1. He's 14 for his last 37. That's almost a 380 clip. And it's, oh, nice catch by Mattingly. And the side is retired. Laser shot caught by the first baseman. So after 2, Tampa Bay leads 1-0. We go to the top of the third. Benny Lo Cicero, check that. Benny Lo Cicero is correct, yes. The right fielder, 285. He has 20 homers and 73 runs. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. He also has 11 stolen bases.
No, that's
Low, ball 1. Two balls, 1 strike on the right fielder. Leading off here in the top of the third. It's a 1-0 ball game, Tampa Bay. First game of a 3-game set. Down and in, checks his swing. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike here on Lo Cicero. And this one is high and deep, but curving foul into the seats. Out of play. So payoff pitch is 3-2 count. Here it comes. And it's a deep drive the other way. He will not get there. He's going to make the turn and go to second. It's a leadoff double for Benny Lo Cicero. That's his 20th double of the season. And they have a runner in scoring position here with nobody out. Here's the replay. I thought the center fielder might have a chance, but he couldn't quite get there in time. So next up is Hunter Renfroe, playing designated hitter today. He's a part-time player, hitting 308 with 2 home runs. Checks his swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Out in front of the change of speed, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Like I said before, Benny has 11 steals. He's not really the type of base runner to steal third, though. Swinging and miss at the cut fastball, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Renfroe. Count evens at 2-2. This could be a matchup of the American League Championship. Swing and a miss over the top of the changeup, and there is 1 away. Luke Weaver's second strikeout.
Number 43.
Next up is the number 9 hitter, Anthony Millo, hitting 235, 6 homers, 34 runs batted in. Pitches outside, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
He had a very, very tough first half here at the plate. So hopefully the second half will be better. Pitch is low, 2 balls and no strikes on Millo. Inside corner, 2-1. Cut fastball nicked that lower half of the zone. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Leadoff man Lukulich is on deck. Lo Cicero leads off second. Here it comes. Jammed him back to the screen. Count will go full, 3-2. Slow roller to the second shortstop. Check that. Bogarts throws across, 2 away. Runner stays at second. So next up again is Lukulich, the leadoff man. Flew out in the first, is 0 for 1. A single will get that runner home and tie this ball game. Let's see what happens. Fly ball to center, easy play for the center fielder. He makes the catch, and they strand the runner at second. So, 2.5 innings of baseball. It's the Rays leading 1-0. So we go to, oh, sorry, Heidi, there seems to be something wrong with your microphone. We apologize. We're going to cut away from you, and we will send a technician down there to fix the mic. However, at the plate, bottom of the third, Oscar Mercado singled in the first. He's up there again against Patrick Joseph, who deals. Outside corner, strike 1. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. And they have the leadoff man on here in the third.
Now that the shortstop, Xander.
So next hitter is Xander Bogaerts. He has a sac fly in the first. No official at-bat as of yet. Lowe gets away. Oh, it's nice block by Millo on the wild pitch. Thought it went through his legs, but he scooped it. So the pitch is, the count is 0-1. Oh, it's... I have no explanation for that. So a double for Xander Bogaerts should not have even been a hit. Let's watch this. So, as you can see, it's a comedy of errors in the field. So runners are at second and third now with nobody out here for the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm speechless, absolutely speechless. So one of the best hitters in the American League, J.D. Martinez, steps up to the plate. He has 35 homers on the season, and he has already singled in this game. In there, strike 1. Runners are at second and third with nobody out. They already have a 1-run lead. Fouls off the slider. Count is 0-2. Hard line drive down the left field line. Into the seats. Out of play. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 1 out. That's a big man to get. Second strikeout of the game for Patrick Joseph. High fastball. Just couldn't lay off. So John Olerud is up. He flew out in the first. Still a runner at third and less than 2 outs. At the knees, strike 1. He's hitting .316, 24 homers, 54 runs batted in on the season. Curve, changeup floats in there for strike number 2. Olerud's been hot in his last 3 games. 3 homers in his last 3 games. Deep fly ball. This will probably be deep enough to get the runner in. Lukulich makes the catch for out number 2. And it will be a sacrifice fly for John Olerud and an RBI. And Tampa Bay leads 2-0. Runner at second stays there. Still in scoring position, but there are 2 out. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Just blew the fastball right by him. Slow roller to third. Francisco Lindor fields, fires, got him, side retired. But they did get a run on the sac fly. And after 3 innings of play, it's Tampa Bay 2, Bronx nothing. So we go to the top of the 4th. Francisco Lindor playing third base today for Matt Termini is 0 for 1. Second plate appearance here in the top of the 4th to lead off. And that's a deep drive. That's got a chance, ladies and gentlemen. It is Gonzo. Oh, wait, no. They're saying it's off the top of the wall, so they're giving him, they're saying it did not break that little yellow barrier, and they're calling it a double instead of a homer. So that's his 7th double of the season. Let's see this replay. They're saying that it hit in front of the yellow bar. Hey, listen, good call. So runner in scoring position, nobody out for Don Mattingly, who's 0 for 1. Pitches outside corner, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Lindor leads off second. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Checks the swing, pitches low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mattingly's hitting .361 with runners in scoring position.
Nope, up there.
Pitches high, cut fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike on Mattingly. And he flares the changeup the other way into foul territory. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second. 2-2 count. Outside corner, strike 3, and there's 1 away. Caught him looking. Frozen. Strikeout number 3 for Weaver. So next up is Michael O'Rourke. He struck out in the 2nd himself. This is his 2nd plate appearance. Runner in scoring position with 1 down. Outside ball 1. Batting average with runners in scoring position is .341, which is basically matches his regular season average. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. Lindor turns at third and is heading home. It's going to be an RBI single for Michael O'Rourke. And they cut the lead in half. It's Tampa Bay leading 2-1. Nice piece of hitting up the middle. Hard ground ball. No chance for Bogarts to make the play. So, runner at first and 1 out. Jacob Salazar steps in. He grounded out in the 2nd. Swing and a miss, the pitch outside. Strike 1. He's hitting .338, 12 homers, 60 RBIs on the season. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Jacob. O'Rourke leads off first. He does have speed over there. It gets a big lead over at first. Pitches outside. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on the shortstop. Three and 1. Hitters count. Saps is on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. It's a 2-1 ball game. And he grounds it to the first baseman. O-Rourke tosses second for 1. Back to first. Double play. A 3-6-1 double play to retire the side. And after 3.5, they do get a run on the RBI single by Michael O'Rourke. And the score is Tampa Bay leading 2-1. Bottom of the 4th. Jose Ramirez struck out in the 2nd. He steps in to lead off. Shallow fly ball to center. Lukulich is there. 1 pitch, 1 away. Max Chapman flew out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Steps up with 1 out here in the 4th. Swinging and miss at the slider, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Breaking ball inside corner, strike two. And he pokes it against the shift. Had the second baseman been playing where he normally plays, that would have been an easy 4-3 put out. But because they had three infielders on the right side, the normal second base position was vacant, and it's a hit with one out. So, an argument against the shift. So Wilson Ramos, the catcher, the number 9 hitter, singled in the second. He steps in with a runner at first and one down. Outside corner, strike one. He's hitting .299, shade under 300. Curveball outside, count is 1-1 on Wilson. And it is a hit and run. And it will go. He breaks the turn at third base and he's coming home. And because of the hit and run, it is an RBI single for Wilson Ramos, and the score is now 3-1. An expertly executed hit and run. And as you can see from the line score from Patrick Joseph, he's given up 8 hits in 3 1/3 innings. This has not been his night. So, score is 3-1 Tampa Bay. 1 out here in the 4th. Runner leads off first. Brian Roberts, the leadoff man, is up again. He's 1 for 2.
Ball, that's in.
Fastball's inside off the plate. Ball 1. Inside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Brian. Hard line drive, base hit through the left side. And just like that, there are runners at first and second with 1 out. They're threatening yet again.
Now batter, the center fielder, O-Rourke.
Manager, bullpen.
Colorado.
Warm up Telly. We're just going to warm up Telly. Oscar Mercado, 2 for 2, takes strike 1. It's 2 singles today. Short fly ball, long run for Lukalic. He makes the catch. Nice play. Using his speed out there to make the play. So there's 2 away. Here in the top of the 4th. Check that bottom of the 4th. Xander Bogaerts has an RBI double today. He has runners at first and second with 2 down. Changeup floats in there for strike 1.
1-1.
In the dirt, blocked nicely. No advance on the base paths. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. Just gets a piece of the fastball to stay alive. Count is, continues to be 1-2 with 2 outs here in the 4th. Deep drive. Oh, that's gone. That is a 3-run shot for Xander Bogaerts. It's his 28th home run of the season. And just like that, it's a 6-1 ball game. My goodness. Ugh. Tampa Bay is having its way with the Bronx Knights. So, that will be all for Patrick Joseph. Manager Don Mattingly, the 50-year-old virgin, comes in and makes an indication to the bullpen he wants the right-hander. He'll hit the showers. So, Telly Argios, 22nd appearance, 4-5 with a 5.40 earned run average. He has struggled in both the starting rotation and out of the bullpen. JD Martinez is 1 for 2. Ground ball to the second baseman on the first pitch. Saps throws to first, and the side is retired, but not before they score 3 more runs. Check that, 4 runs. And at the end of 4, It's the Tampa Bay Rays 6, the Bronx Knights 1. Top of the 5th, Matthew Saps grounded out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. He steps up.
Number 31.
And it is a shallow fly ball to center, but right there is the center fielder. Makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 away.
Now batting. Number 37.
Benilo Cicero, he doubled in his first plate appearance in the 3rd inning. He's up there with 1 out in the top of the 5th. One hopper to the shortstop. Bogarts fires across in time, and there's 2 away.
Now batting. The designated hitter.
Hunter Renfroe struck out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. He's up there with 2 outs in the 5th. It's a 6-1 ball game. Tampa Bay leads. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball, strike 1. He is 6 for his last 15, but he plays sporadically. He's a bench player. He hits right into the shift, but the pit throw is high and bounces off the dugout steps, the wall in the dugout. He's safe on the error by the shortstop, E4. So there's a runner on with 2 down. Let's watch this again. I mean, it's a longer throw than Brian Roberts is used to making, but still, that's an easy play. So anyway, the number 9 hitter, Anthony Millo, grounded out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. He's stepping up with 2 outs and a runner leading off first. And he hits it high and deep. That is gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That's a home run, a 2-run homer for Anthony Millo, his 7th of the season. And it's a 6-3 ball game. And it's Millo time. What a nice shot. He doesn't have a lot of power. He's had a terrible first half of the season. And it's nice to see him coming alive as we approach the All-Star break. Let's watch the replay. So it's 6-3 here with 2 outs in the 5th. So next up is the leadoff man, Max Lukulich, who's 0 for 2 today. Pitches outside ball 1. Cut fastball backdoors the outside corner. It's even 1 ball and 1 strike on Lukulich. And it's a line drive down the left field line. It will bounce into the corner and roll around. That is an automatic double for Lukulich, who has an enormous amount of speed. And now Lukulich is in scoring position here with 2 outs. Another 2-out hit. That's Lukulich's 31st double of the season, and we haven't even reached the All-Star break. So Francisco Lindor is 1 for 2 with a double. He's got Lukulich on second. Another hit makes it 6-4. Pitch is high from Weaver. Ball 1. He needs somebody to come out and have a conversation to calm that young man down before this gets any worse. But a slow roller to the second baseman, Roberts, should do it, and the side is retired. But they get 2 runs on the 2-run home run by Anthony Millo. And after 4.5 innings of baseball, it's the Tampa Bay Rays 6, the Bronx Knights 3. So we're going to go back down to Heidi just to see if that microphone is working, and unfortunately it's not. So we're going to have to cut away. We apologize. Again, it's probably just a bad battery in the microphone. We'll have someone get down there to fix it. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, and up steps John O-Rourke, who has a sacrifice fly in today's ball game. RBI number 55. So Argios is going to be asked to hold them down for an inning or 2 to see if they can get back into this game. And he floats a two-seam fastball in there for strike 1. I say floats because he barely ever breaks 90 miles an hour. He's basically a junk thrower, 4 different pitches, all of them in the high 80s. Curveball bounces, count as 1 ball and 1 strike on O-Rourke. Ground ball, base hit through the left side, and the leadoff man is on here for the Rays in the bottom of the 5th.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
So Aaron Judge is 0 for 2. Steps up. Runner at first and nobody out. Inside, off the plate, get ball 1. So he has won a Gold Glove Award for right field in this fictional franchise. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Judge. And he swings hard line drive to center, but right there is Lukelich, who makes a running catch towards the gap. Nice play. He hit it right on the nose, but still an out. Out number 1.
Tampa Bay, the designated hitter.
So next up is Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 2. Switch hitter batting from the left side against Telly, who pitches, who's right-handed. Breaking ball inside corner, strike 1. Jose Ramirez brings in a 4-game hitting streak, which is on the line. He's 0 for 2 today. Swinging a miss out in front of the two-seamer. Count is 0 and 2. Split finger, he doesn't chase it. Count is 1 and 2. Runner leads off first. Fouls it off. Count remains 1 and 2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-3 ball game. Tampa Bay leads. Line drive to center, and it is in there for a single. And there are runners at first and second with only 1 out. I thought maybe Lukelich might have had a chance, but he decided to play it safe, because if he dives and that ball gets past him, that's another run. So next up is Chapman. It's 1 for 2 with a single. It's a big moment in the ball game. Pitch is low, ball 1. Curveball in there, strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Chapman. He's 3 for his last 8. So, I don't know what that means, but grounds it down third base line, but it goes foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Matt. In there at the knees, he does not like the call, but there are 2 away. Bad angle. Can't really tell if it's a strike from that angle. So, with 2 outs, up steps Wilson Ramos, who's having a day. He's 2 for 2 already with an RBI. Run scored. Two-seamer hits the outside part of the plate. Strike 1 on Wilson. Curveball in there, strike 2. Until he gets 1 more strike, he finds his way out of this mess. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he strands 2 runners on. So the score remains 6-3 here after 5 innings of baseball. We go to the top of the 6th. So as Don Mattingly steps up to the plate against Luke Weaver, let's go to the manager's office in the bullpen. Switch righty-righty. Since there's righties, I'm going to leave Telly in there. Mattingly leads off his 0 for 2. Pitches outside, ball 1. And he slices it down the left field line, strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup, count is quickly 1 and 2. Got fooled on that pitch.
Ball 2.
Low, 2 and 2.
Next count, 2 and 2.
Decent crowd here in Tampa Bay as we approach the All-Star break. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes here in the 6th. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he fouls it off just to stay alive. Count remains full. And it's a line drive past the third baseman and into left field. It is a single for Mattingly. He's 1 for 3. And the Knights lead off with a base hit runner. Nice piece of hitting. pitched him outside, so he took it the other way instead of trying to pull it and rolling it over to the second baseman. So next up is Michael O'Rourke, who has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2. And he hits it high and deep. That ball is gonzo. Michael O'Rourke hits his 21st home run, a 2-run shot, and it's a 1-run ball game, 6-5. And as usual, Michael O'Rourke is doing his normal hijinks around the bases when he hits a home run. What boggles my mind is the fact that the third base umpire will endorse this kind of behavior. But forgetting for a moment the hijinks of O'Rourke, let's look again at the replay. This was gone the minute he hit it. A 2-run shot, which turned it into a 1-run ball game. So, the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays has seen enough. He's going to the bullpen. He wants the right-hander.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We've read a 6-1 lead, now at 6-5. Ryan Helsey has pitched in 45 games. His record is 5-2 with a 4.24 earned run average. And he gets to face Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2, but there's still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 100-mile-an-hour fastball inside corner. He fouls it off. Strike 1. Triple digits. Oof. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 1-run ball game. Tampa Bay leads 6-5 here in the top of the 6th. Fouls off the changeup. Count is 1-2 on Jacob. In the dirt, count evens at 2-2. Hard line drive and over the head of the shortstop and into center field. It is a base hit. He makes a big turn at first, but will remain there with a single, with still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Hard line drive the other way. So the tying run is at first. This was a 6-1 lead. So 2 right-handers warming in the Tampa Bay Devil Rays bullpen. Quick throw to first. He's back. Saps is 0 for 2 at the plate. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Checks the swing, but it's at the knees for strike 1. Scott Oberg and Dominic Leone, 2 right-handers warming in the Tampa Bay bullpen. He swings and misses at the curveball outside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Saps. And it is a line drive towards the gap, and it will roll all the way to the wall. He's making his way to second. Big turn at third. He's coming home. The throw to the plate won't even bother. It is an RBI double, and this ball game is tied on Matthew Saps' 16th double of the season. Let's look at this replay. The ball game is tied at 6. So still nobody out. Runner in at second. Benny Cicero has a double in today's ball game. He's 1 for 2. Checks his swing. The pitch is low. Ball 1. They've come all the way back here in the top of the 6th to tie it. Still no one out. At the knees, strike 1. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he hits a sky-high ball. Surprised it doesn't hit the ceiling here in this dome. Center fielder makes the catch. The runner tags. Saps makes it to third easily. So now that's the go-ahead run at third base with only 1 out.
Now that's designated hitter, Hunter.
So Hunter Renfroe is 0 for 2. He struck out. He also reached on home with less than 2 outs. At the knees, strike 1. And he fouls off the fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. He does not get the runner home. Strands the runner at third.
The batter, number 43.
So, Anthony Millo, who hit a home run in this game, a 2-run homer in the 5th, will have the job of getting that runner home. First pitch is low, ball 1. He's going to have to hit a single. Drive him home with 2 outs. Provided there isn't an error. Slow roller. Passes the second base. Oh, it's easy play for the third baseman. Throws over to first. Side retired. Michael O'Rourke made this game that much closer. He had a 2-run homer, and Saps' double has tied the ball game at 6 here at Tropicana Field. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Brand new ball game. Brian Roberts is up. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Telly will now be the pitcher of record. And he pops it up. Long run for O'Rourke into foul territory. He does not make it, so it's strike number 1 on Roberts. Line drive to the third baseman. Lindor makes the catch. 1 away. Easy play for Francisco. Oscar Mercado is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He scored a run. Steps up there in the 6th with 1 out. Slow roller down the third base line, but it goes foul. Count is 0-1 on Mercado. Fouls off the split finger fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Oscar. Fouls off the curveball. Jams him. Mattingly races over into foul territory. He makes the catch for 2 away. Nice play by Donnie. Don Mattingly in real life has, I believe, 7 or 8 gold gloves at first base for the New York Yankees in the 80s and 90s. So with 2 outs, Xander Bogaerts is up. He has been a beast today. He's 2 for 2 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And this one's got a chance. And it is a 7-6 ball game. Xander Bogaerts hits his 2nd homer of the game, his 29th a solo shot. And the score is now 7-6 Tampa Bay. Oof, line drive. So next up is JD Martinez. JD's 1 for 3.
Now batting, the left fielder, JD.
And it slices it foul down the first base line, strike 1. He has a single today in the first inning. Grounds it to the third baseman Lindor. Routine play, side retired. But not before a solo shot by Xander Bogaerts, his 2nd of the ball game, gives the Tampa Bay Rays a 7-6 lead. Okay.
Your attention, please.
In relief, Dominic Leone making his 40th appearance. He's 3 and 4 with a 5.16 earned run average. He will face Max Lukulich, who's 1 for 3, but we're going to the manager's office first in the bullpen. Lefty-righty switch. You know what? I trust Jesse Biddle. Bringing Jesse Biddle and put him in the game. I don't trust the other guys, to be completely honest. So, Max steps in against Leone. And he fouls the pitch up. It's got a chance to be caught. It is caught in foul territory on the first base side behind the plate. 1 pitch, 1 away.
The third baseman.
Another ballpark that might have been out of play, but not here at Tropicana. Francisco Lindor is 1 for 3 with a double. He's 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Cut fastball misses. Count is 1-0. Shooting for that outside corner. checks his swing, but this one does at the outside corner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Lindor. 2-1.
Outside. That's
Hitters
ball.
count, 3 balls, 1 strike. It's a deep drive to center, but he's there. He makes the catch for out number 2.
The back.
So next up is the first baseman, Don Mattingly. He's 1 for 3 with a single today.
Mattingly.
2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Pitch is outside, ball 1. And he smashes it down the line. This one's got a chance. It is high. Oh, it dies at the corner. Judge makes the catch, and the side is retired. So, ladies and gentlemen, get up and stretch. It is time for the 7th inning stretch here at Tropicana. The score is 7-6, Tampa Bay. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes. So in relief comes Jesse Biddle. He's making his 34th appearance. He's 2-2 with a 1.58 earned run average. He has pitched well, to say the least. First batter he faces is John O-Rourke. He has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2.
First baseman. John
And he pulls the fastball foul, strike 1. And it's strike number 2. In there, strike 3, outside corner looking. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Nice pitch.
The right fielder, number 99. Aaron.
That's right down the middle, ladies and gentlemen. So next up is Aaron Judge. Aaron is 0 for 3 today. And it's in there, 96 on the radar gun. Strike 1. Swing and a miss at the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Judge. Biddle wants to hold the score right here, no insurance. Slices it down the first base line into the Rays bullpen, which happens to be on the right field line. Count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 away. So he strikes out the first 2 batters he sees. And with 2 outs, up steps.
The bat, the designated hitter. Ramirez.
So the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez, singled in the 5th. He switches around and bats from the right side against the lefty Biddle. And hits it towards the gap, and it will go in there and roll all the way to the wall. He makes the turn at first, he's going to second, and he will make it. So with 2 outs, they have that insurance run standing in scoring position. That's Ramirez's 20th double of the season. Let's watch this replay. Just served it the other way, in between the left, in between the right and center fielder. And he never hesitated around first. So with 2 outs, up steps Max Chapman, 1 for 3. He has a single, he has a run scored. And it's a deep drive. It's going back, it's at the track, but O'Rourke makes the play to retire the side. So it is a no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And at the end of 7.5, end of 7? I don't know. Point is, it's the end of 7, 7-6 lead.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So pitching the top of the 8th is Martin Weber. He's pitched in 29 games. He has no record.
Number 13.
His ERA is 5.88, and he has a ridiculous mustache. So we should win for that reason alone. Stepping up, actually I have to go to the bullpen first. Manager, bullpen. So righty, switch righty. So I'm going to go with a right-hander. I'm going to pitch Jonathan Holder. Put him in the game. Jonathan Holder. I don't trust Jonathan Holder, but... So, Michael O'Rourke's 2 for 3 with a home run today. And Weber pitches outside, ball one. Two right-handers, the closer, Christy Matheson, and Michael Lorenzen, two right-handers are warming up in the bullpen. Count is 1-0 on O'Rourke. And he skies it to right center field. Judge makes the catch, and there's one away here in the eighth.
Now batting, shortstop.
Jacob Salazar's 1 for 3 with a single. He steps up. Switch hitter from the left side against the righty Weber. And he pulls the curveball foul for strike number 1. Late on the backdoor slider, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Salazar. Looked fooled on that last pitch. And this one's got a chance. It is almost caught by the center fielder. And he's going all the way to third. The throw to third will not be in time. It is a triple for Jacob Salazar. And there's a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. This was almost an amazing play by the center fielder. He made a diving, sliding, almost catch. It kicked off the heel of the glove and rolled away. And by the time they got that ball in, he made the turn at second. And now he's at third base with only 1 out. The tying run. Matthew Saps is up.
Nope.
Pitch is low, ball 1. Saps has an RBI double today. He's 1 for 3. He's got to get that runner home to tie this ball game. Just gets a piece of the slider. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Saps is hitting .338 with runners in scoring position. A big boost over his season average of .267. And it's a deep drive. This should do it. Strong throw from the, but it's up the line. A sacrifice fly from Matthew Saps ties this ball game at 7 here in the top of the 8th. So with 2 outs, Benny Locicero steps up. He's 1 for 3 with the double today. It's 7-7 here in the 8th. Weber pitches, throws outside, ball 1. Fouls off the fastball, counting is 1 ball and 1 strike. If you have a ridiculous mustache like that, you have to be lights out. You can't be just average. That's just my personal opinion. And he gets him with the inside slider, swing and a miss. Count is 1-2 on Locicero, the right fielder. Jams him. Bogarts is there, short, right on the outfield grass. Makes the catch to retire the side, but not before the sac fly by Matthew Saps ties this ball game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-7. Yes, I want to change pitchers. Jonathan Holder steps in to pitch the bottom of the 8th. He's pitched in 24 games. He's 0-2 with a 5.63 earned run average. And leading off is Wilson Ramos, is 2 for 3. Now let me just go to the bullpen.
The catcher, Wilson.
Everybody's worn out. Smoltz is worn out. Everybody's worn out. I'm not even going to put anybody up yet. We can't go to extra innings. We don't have the horses. So the fastball fouled off, strike number 1. And there's a line drive to right. That is a base hit to lead off. And they have a base runner on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. That is the go-ahead run.
The batter, the second baseman, Brian Roberts.
So next up is the leadoff man, Brian Roberts. They're pinch hitting for Wilson Ramos with Jason Dominguez. Get a little more speed on the bases. Brian Roberts is 2 for 2. No, I'll check that. 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles and 2 runs scored. And it is a lazy fly ball to left. O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch, and there's 1 away.
The center fielder, number 35.
Center fielder Oscar Mercado is 2 for 4 with a run scored. Steps up. Grounds it down the third base line. It is a foul ball. Just foul. Down the third base line. It's strike number 1.
Now running at first base for the Rays. Number 60.
Oh, it's past the diving attempt by Salazar and into left field. It is a base hit for Mercado. And there are just suddenly runners at first and second with 1 out here in the 8th. Xander Bogaerts has been a beast. He has 2 homers and 5 RBIs. He is 3 for 3. So manager's office, we have to get somebody up. Dylan Betances will have to warm up. And I will go to the mound visit and have a conversation with him and say, listen, you're here because you're a major leaguer. Okay, you can get this guy. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Get that strikeout, get that double play. Just get that out. Let's do this. Fouls off the pitch, 95 on the radar gun, strike number 1. It's a deep drive in the gap, and it's going to fall in there. And this will be 1 run, 2 run. It is a 2-run double for Xander Bogaerts, his 6th and 7th RBI of the game, and Tampa Bay takes a 9-7 lead. That's Xander Bogaerts' 17th double of the season. And just like that, it's a 2-run ball game in the bottom of the 8th. So next up is J.D. Martinez, 1 for 4. Runner at second, 1 out. And that will be all for Jonathan Holder. In comes the setup man, usually. This time he's here to get 2 outs. He's pitched in 35 games. His record is 1-2. He has a 1.82 earned run average, and he has 53 strikeouts at only 34 2/3 innings pitched. He'd like to get some strikeouts now. In there, strike 1, 99 on the radar gun. Dylan Betances deserves to go to the All-Star game. Whether he will or not is another question. Deep fly. Long run for Lo Cicero. He makes the catch at the fence with his back to the fence, and there's 2 away. The runner stays at second. That was a scary moment, but nice play by Lo Cicero to know where the ball is on the road. Next up is John Olerud with 2 outs and runner in scoring position. They already have a 2-run lead now. He has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 3.
That's the ball.
Pitch is low, ball 1. John Olerud has not hit well with runners in scoring position. Well under 200. Strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Strike 2. Count is 1-2.
No, that's down.
Slider drips low. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off second here in the bottom of the 8th. Tampa Bay leads 9-7. And it is a lazy fly ball to center. Lukulich barely has to move. He makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 9th. Last licks for the Bronx Knights. They need 2 runs. It's 9-7. So, pitching the 9th in a save situation is Christy Matheson. It's his 34th appearance. He's 1-1. He has 28 saves in 31 appearances. His ERA is 3.31.
Your attention, please.
Taking over the catching duties is Pedro Severino.
Number 29.
And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Hunter Renfroe. He's 0 for 3. I'm just going to check really quickly substitution-wise. I think I want to leave Hunter Renfroe in there.
Leading off for the ninth.
Got to trust you guys.
Hunter Renfroe.
Oh, and he hits it high, indeed, but playable at the warning track. J.D. Martinez makes the catch, and there's 1 away here in the 9th. He made a bid, but just got under it.
Now back.
League leaders in saves. As you can see, Christy Mathewson is going for his 29th save to lead the league. So Anthony Millo has a 2-run homer today. He's 1 for 3. Can't take him out. Man hit a home run today. It's just not fair. Swinging a miss at the screwball. Strike one. Inside off the plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off the breaking ball. Inside count is quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes on Millo. Line drive up the middle, base hit, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the top of the 9th. Nice hitting by Millo. He is turning his season around. I think I can predict a better second half. It's just seems to be a different hitter at the plate. So runner at first. There's the bloop. Not exactly a bloop, but bloop, and here comes the blast, perhaps? So Max Lukulich is 1 for 4 with a double in the 5th. Pitches outside, ball 1. Checks the swing, count is inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Lukulich. Millo leads off first. 3 balls, no strikes. Francisco Lindor is on deck. In there, strike 1. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike. It's a hitter's count. Manager, substitutions. I'm thinking of putting a faster player like Manuel Margot. I want to make sure it's Millo for Margot. Are you sure you want to pinch run Margot for Anthony Millo? Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so it's a 3-1 count, hitter's count on Max Lukulich. Now we have a faster runner at first, just in case we have to beat something out. And he pulls it, but pulls it foul. And the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. They're losing by 2, 9-7. Here's the pitch, payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and there's 2 outs. And they're down to their final out. Full. So next up is, and it's up the middle, a base hit, and the go-ahead.
The first baseman, number 23, John.
Out of the ball game is 1 for 4, and he flares it. This should do it. Road 9-7, first game. The winning pitcher is probably Luke Weaver. No, actually it's not, because Luke Weaver came in runs, 17 hits, 1 error. Bronx Knights, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Martin Weber, it ends up becoming the winner. The loser was Jonathan Holder. Christy Mathewson gets his 29th save. And of course, Xander Bogaerts is the player of the game. He's 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. So again, you play a full 162 game schedule. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This was, if I'm not mistaken, loss number 33. I think the team is 62-33. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This has been a presentation of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much, and have yourself a great evening.